This month, we've already talked with high school wrestlers from Alpena and Oscoda, but we didn't forget about the grapplers from Rogers City. I caught up with a couple of Hurons who share a bond beyond the mat.
Here's your half. Head coach Pat Lamb says he looks at the Rogers City wrestling program as one big family, which was not always well received at home.
My wife used to sometimes get a little bit aggravated, saying that you spend more time with the wrestlers than you do with your family, and I'm like, well, they are my family.
Not only did his wife come around to the idea, another member of Pat's family joined the wrestling brood. His son Evan qualified for the individual state finals the first 3 years of his high school career and has come to love the sport thanks to some fatherly influence.
Well, ever since I can remember, my dad's been around the program, and so he'd always bring me up to practice when I was still in diapers, and I would run around and fool around on the mats, and I just got hooked on it, and I'm addicted to it, I guess.
Pat says having Evan around and on the team has helped him as head coach.
He had made a comment earlier in the season that, what are you going to do when I'm gone? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? He says, well, I've been coaching your team for the last 10 years. So Evan is like having an assistant coach on the team.
But the pair's wrestling knowledge can sometimes cause friction between father and son.
They're both stubborn, but they both mean it in the same way. Evan wants to show something like this, and PL wants to do it like this, but in the end, it means the same thing. I mean, they're just bullheaded. I kind of look back at it and laugh because they're the same person, and they bicker so much.
There's times where I'm positive that I'm doing something right and he's doing something wrong.
He is a lamb. He's a little bit stubborn, just like his dad.
While the Lambs may butt heads at times, they still share a special bond on the mat.
Every milestone I've had, my dad's been there to hug me after the match, give me a high five after the match.
I'd like to think that I'm there for him in every sport that he does, but obviously in wrestling I am his head coach too. I couldn't ask for a better relationship with my son than what I have being his coach and his father.